Hi, everybody. I am just so excited to be here. I have just had so many people reaching out to me saying, you look so happy, you look so healthy, you are making money doing this. What is it that you do? Tell me a little bit more about your story. I'm interested. I need to know what this is about and decide if it's something that maybe I'm interested in. So, first, I just want to start out with, if you don't know that much about me, if you haven't been following me for too long, or maybe you have, and I'll just recap for you. My name is Anne. I am a Beachbody coach. I like to call myself a health and wellness coach. Some people call themselves lifestyle coaches, and people call themselves fitness coaches. It depends on your team and your vision and who you are as a person on the inside. For me, I like to call it health and wellness because even though I work out every single day, I am not the most fit person in the world. I never intend to have six-pack abs. That's just not me. I am all about having a balanced lifestyle. I love my donuts too much, so I am not going to give those up to have a six-pack abs. However, I'm also into creating a healthy lifestyle for my family, to creating healthy habits for my daughter, and to showing her how to live a healthy life while not feeling deprived and not feeling like you have to give everything up. And so that's kind of my vision of why I became a Beachbody coach. So let me tell you a little bit more about my background and how I even got started with Beachbody. So couple years ago, my sister had dabbled with 21 Day Fix right when it came out. And I remember she got amazing results. And I said, oh, that just sounds too hard. I don't want to measure my food. That sounds miserable. And then she got these amazing results, and my husband and I said, we need to try this. And so I said, give me your containers. I'm just going to measure them and see how much they are, and I'll use my own measuring cups. I don't even want to buy the containers. I was so cheap. And so we did that, and my husband lost 6 pounds in the first week. I lost 3 pounds in the first week of changing the way we were eating. We were eating a box of pasta, a full box of pasta for 2 people every Friday night. I was basically making egg salad sandwiches with chips on the side, or I don't know, chicken on salad, or pasta, and we were ordering pizza and Chinese food. We had just moved in together. We were figuring it out. I am not a cook, as you will come to find out. I am not very good at trying new recipes, so we were eating like crap. So when we tried this whole style of eating, we lost weight so fast. But I said to her, I'm not doing those workouts. I go to the gym. I do spin class. I'm fine. Well, fast forward 3 years later, and she was still seeing results and I wasn't. And so finally, we got busy. We were getting married. I tried all different kinds of exercise. I still was not ready to do what she was doing. I tried a kickboxing gym. I tried those spin classes. I tried going to the gym. I tried the classes at the gym. I ended up deciding one time that I was going to be a runner, and I trained and ran 4 half marathons, trying to convince myself that I was a runner, when in reality, I realized after the fact now, the only reason I actually completed all of that running was because I knew every week I had to do the training. Otherwise, that race that I'd already paid $80 for was going to be a waste, because I had to be prepared for it, the accountability piece. And that's something we'll talk about later. So that's kind of like my fitness background. I bounced around to everything and never really found something that stuck, never really found something that gave me the body I thought I wanted. And I kept convincing myself that it was just in my genes, my genetics, that I was never going to have that kind of a body, that it was never going to happen for me. It's just the way my body's built. And I kind of just gave up. So then I got pregnant, and I found out I was pregnant about 3 weeks after running my last half marathon. And let me tell you, going from running a half marathon, finding out I was pregnant, I did not put on my running shoes. I did not go to I canceled my gym membership. I lied to them and told them that my doctor told me I couldn't exercise during pregnancy because I didn't want to go. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to tell them I can't do it. Canceled my gym membership, did not exercise once. I sat on the couch during my pregnancy eating egg noodles with butter and salt and sleeves of Oreos. So naturally, I gained 50 pounds during pregnancy. And of course, you have a baby. She was born in May, and this was 2 years ago. And I had all this extra weight to lose. But at the beginning, I was like, oh, I have a newborn. It's fine. I went to Target and bought all these tankini covering my belly tops for the beach, saying, I have a newborn. It's fine. I shouldn't be getting back into my bikini. Nobody does that. That's not me. Then I had a wedding dress, a bridesmaid's dress that I had to fit into that August. So 3 months postpartum. And I got measured for the dress when I was pregnant. So I knew, and I actually ordered a size up from what I measured before when I was just the beginning of pregnancy. So I think I measured for a size 6. I ordered a size 8 dress. Then come that next summer, postpartum weight, I couldn't even zip it. and it was a size bigger than what I was supposed to be ordering in the first place. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Went right back to that 21-day fixed eating, upping a bracket because I was a nursing mom, lost all that weight instantly. Not all of it. The dress barely zipped, size 8, up a size than what my normal body was, but I lost enough weight to wear that dress to that wedding. And so I felt really good, and I was feeling like I could do this, do the nutrition. Hadn't really dabbled in the exercise too much. I had a newborn baby. I wasn't really sleeping, but at least I was eating healthy. Then I went back to work that September, and everything fell apart. I could not function as a working mom. I could not grasp my identity as a working mom. I struggled a lot emotionally, physically, mentally. It was a very, very hard time for my family. I came home every night and cried. I felt like deep down, I knew it was wrong for me to be working when I had this baby, this 4-month-old baby and she was going to her grandparents' house. She was going to daycare 2 days a week, but I mean, she was with people who loved her and everything was fine and she was safe, but I just knew deep down that it wasn't the right move for me. I couldn't handle it. So needless to say, I comforted myself with food and I did not exercise. And that lasted for about 4 months. I even cried on the weekends because I cried at the lack of time I had with her and that I knew that Monday was rolling around again. It was really, really bad. And so come that winter, I finally started, I just knew I was miserable and I wasn't being a good mom. And so I had to pull myself out. And so I started thinking I would win the lottery and I started reading books like The Secret and The Magic and all that series. And it, you know what it did, as cheesy as it sounds, and as much as my husband made fun of me for that, it gave me hope. It gave me the feeling that I had the ability to change my future and that it wasn't something that had to happen to me. It was something I could choose and I could make decisions to change my future. And I truly believe that that's what brought me to where I am today. That mindset shift of me not waiting for life to happen, but for choosing my life and choosing how it was going to happen. So finally, after a couple months, I just resolved to the fact that I wasn't going to win the lottery anymore and be able to stay home with my baby. So I got out of school that June and was feeling pretty good because I'm finally on summer break. I have a 1-year-old. Go to put on a bathing suit, still wearing the tankinis I was wearing when I had a newborn last year. And I'm thinking, this isn't okay anymore. I don't have a newborn anymore. I don't have this excuse anymore. So one of the teachers at school had told me about Beachbody On Demand, and she was doing T25, 25 minutes a day, cardio workouts with Shaun T. You can't beat that. And she was doing it every day at home, and she had a 3-year-old. And I was like, I could do this. I could do this in my basement. And so I said, oh, how much is it? I know that those programs are like $80 each. I don't want to have to buy the T25 program. Can I borrow your DVDs? And she's like, no, I don't use DVDs. I get Beachbody On Demand. And I said, well, what's that? And she said, no, you stream it from your phone or you go on the website and you play the videos from the website. It's $100 a year. I said, $100 a year? I was paying $45 for my gym membership a month. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, it was like, why don't people know about this? How did I not know about this? So I instantly went home and signed up for Beachbody On Demand. First day of summer break, I said, I am starting this now. I am doing this every day. Put my daughter down for her 9 o'clock nap and I would go work out. Every single day I started with the 21-day fixed exercises. I couldn't believe after the first week how hard they were and how much of a change I was already seeing in my body. I worked out every single day that summer. Did not follow the nutrition plan perfectly, but I worked out and started seeing changes. And it was only 30 minutes a day. And I said, wow, I'm starting to see a change in my body. I'm actually okay with wearing a bikini every once in a while. This is huge. This is huge. So then I went back to work that fall. And I wasn't as miserable anymore. And I realized that having that me time for myself to go work out was so crucial to finding my identity and to having something that was not just mom and teacher. And it meant the world to me. So I started, it was the first time ever in 7 years of teaching that I was able to continue working out when starting school. I always quit. I would be like, oh, I'm back to school. I don't have time for this. I kept going. I kept working out, maybe not every day of the week, but I kept working out. And then I was starting to feel pretty good. And I loved Autumn, the trainer. And by the fall, I saw her having these advertisements for this new program she was starting in January. So I started following her on Instagram. And then that led, you know how Instagram pops up all these things that are related. It started feeding me all of these other people that were following Beachbody On Demand and following Autumn. And then I started seeing all these women who were staying home with their babies and they were happy and they were working out every day and they were drinking these shakes and they were posting about their workouts. And then I started to realize that they were making money doing it. And I was like, wait, what? All I have to do is work out. I'm already doing it. Eat healthy. I'm sort of already doing it. Post online. I definitely wasn't doing that. And drink these shakes. Well, I was drinking a different kind of shake, so I could just switch and drink that brand of shake, no problem. I was already drinking shakes for breakfast anyways. And so I started stalking these women, and I started to realize that they were what? Beachbody coaches. And I said, this is not what I thought a Beachbody coach was. My first experience with Beachbody coaches was on Facebook way back when I was in college, and it was just people spamming you saying, come work out with me, come work out with me. And I was so annoyed and turned off by that I was like, is this really the same thing? And I started following them and becoming completely obsessed almost with their lives and thinking, oh my God, can I do that? And so finally this new program launched, and I'll never forget it, 80-Day Obsession. It launched in January. And I said to my husband, I'm doing this. And I said, it's an hour a day. I know we're super busy. I'm going to do it at night after our daughter goes to bed at 7:30. The first week we did it was the week my husband decided to tear apart our bathroom and take our shower out because we were renovating our bathroom. I worked out from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m., got in the car, drove 10 minutes to my mother-in-law's house to shower because we didn't have one, didn't get home till 9:15, and I'm normally in bed by 9, and then I still had to prep my lunch for the next day at work, still had to clean the house. This was like, I was so sure that this was the right move for me. It didn't matter what sacrifice I had to make. So I started doing this program, and instantly I was like, this is amazing. I can't even believe how amazing this program is. People need to be doing this. And so I said, all right, I started following those coaches again online. And I said, Jay, I really want to do this. And he was like, no way, you're not becoming a coach. And I said, no, but do you see how happy I've been? I've been working out. I feel really good. I think that this could be for me. I mean, look at these women. They're making money. And we had been trying to pay off debt. And I said, I could help pay off our loan faster. And I could be happy and I could make money for already working out. If I have to work out an hour a night every night, I might as well make money for doing it. And I said, but I have to post our life online. And he was like, you can't do that. You are so introverted. You're never going to want to do that. You're never going to want to post pictures of you in your sports bra and shorts publicly online. I said, no, I know I can do this. I have to try. And he said, all right, listen, wait 2 weeks, really look into it, look at all the details of it. And if you still really want to do it 2 weeks from now, we can talk about it. But let's just make sure this isn't like one of those ideas that sounds good at the time and then later you regret it. And I said, all right, that sounds like a plan. Well, 6 days later, I couldn't wait anymore. I literally couldn't sleep. I was brushing my teeth in my bathroom, thinking of posts that I could have been making online that day. And I said to him, I'm signing up today. And I did it. I did it. I signed up to be a Beachbody coach. And it was the best decision I have ever made. I poured myself into training. I poured myself into creating an Instagram account from zero that now has almost 600 followers 3 months later. I poured myself into figuring out how the experts were doing it and what I could do. I took leaps of faith. I put myself in uncomfortable situations and I pushed through all of them. And now I am a tremendously better person and mother on the other side, and I'm only just beginning. I can't even imagine how my journey is going to go a year from now, 2 years from now, and I'm just bubbling on the inside thinking about it. I feel like for the first time in my life, I have a passion. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm connected to something that means something to me instead of just going through the motions of what I thought I should do. And I feel like a better mom, which is the most important thing to me because I know I was not a good mom for the first year of my daughter's life because I was so upset and did not know who I was. And now I do. And so that's how I started coaching. And so if any of that part of the story connects with you, if you understand any of that I'm saying, maybe this is for you. You'll never know until you try it. And so I guess the next thing you're asking, so what exactly do you do? Okay, so you've got me motivated. It kind of sounds like a good idea, but what do you do every day? How do I even know if I'm going to like this? So basically a coach has two jobs. The first job is my favorite part so far, and that is running boot camps, challenge groups, virtual fit clubs. That is basically anybody who says to you, wow, you look great. What are you doing? Tell me all about it. I want to do it too. You get them to sign up and you say, okay, I'm doing Beachbody On Demand. I'm drinking Shakeology. I'm doing this program. Do you want to try it with me? And they're like, yeah, I do. Of course I do. It's people you know or people who started following you on your account and they're saying, wow, you look great. I need to try this. And so instead of just saying, here's what I do, good luck, That's what where the boot camp comes in. And as a coach, you post daily into this group, and it's a group of people all trying the same thing, all trying the workout programs, all trying the shakes, all trying to eat well, and you motivate them and you support them and you give them tips and tricks and recipes to make sure that they succeed. And that is the best part. And maybe that's just the teacher inside of me who loves that part, because it's me supporting people as they're working towards something, working toward a goal. But I love my boot camps. It is so fun to see people getting results. I get giddy inside when I get text messages like, I fit in my shorts that I didn't fit in last summer. I lost 5.8 pounds and it's only been 2 weeks. I love drinking Shakeology. It's so delicious. I can't believe I ever lived without this. Anything like that. It's me. I can now do 30 push-ups, anything like that is just, it feels so good inside to know that I was the reason that this person got started, and I'm the reason that they're working on this, and I'm the reason they're seeing results. So that's one part of being a coach. The other part of being a coach is building your team. So my team is called Fit With Us, and my vision for my team is to have people who were like me. Maybe you're new moms. Maybe you're just in a career that doesn't feel like it's your passion, even though you thought it was. Maybe you just moved to a new place and you don't have a group of friends, and you are lost and you don't know who your identity is, and you don't have any hobbies that can connect you with new people, and you just need something for yourself. Maybe you're somebody who just wants to get fit. My vision for my team is to have a group of ladies with me who want to find their joy, who want to find their fitness and nutrition and health, who want to find their passion, and who want to find their freedom, because those are the things that this opportunity has done for me. I am now incredibly happy. Even though I'm now working 2 jobs, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I am the most in shape I've ever been. I have for sure found the way that I work well with fitness and what works for my body and how to motivate myself and how to actually enjoy getting fit. I have found my passion. It's true what they say, even though I've never believed it until I found this job, that working shouldn't feel like work if you're in the right career. Well, that is true, because not a day goes by that I am coaching that it feels like work. And the last is finding your freedom. I finally feel free. I feel like I have my whole life ahead of me, and I can't wait to have it happen, because I know that it's only going to get better. And so that is my vision for my team. And that is the second part of coaching, is to create a team of other people who are looking for this, who need this as much as I did, and to bring them in with me and to show them how I did it and how I found my joy and I found my passion and I found my freedom and I found my fitness, and to help them do it too. And to spread the wealth, because why would I want to keep all of this to myself? Why would I want to be the only one who can get paid to work out, drink chocolate shakes, and change people's lives? So that's my vision. And so that's the other part of coaching, is spending time finding people who need this as much as I did, and sharing the opportunity with them and taking them under my wing and showing them how. And that's what this is for. This is for you if you think that you want to be a part of my team. So on a day-to-day basis, when I was working, teaching, 1 hour a day, I would do 15 minutes of personal development, which, how cool is that? You get paid to do personal development. I would listen to Audible books in the car on the way to work, 15 minutes on the way to work, 15 minutes on the way home. On my lunch break, I would check in with my challengers. Takes about 15 minutes at a block just to check in, make sure, put your posts for the day, make sure everybody's doing great, motivate people. And then you will, another 15 minutes at night. I would listen to a training call. I would hop on a call with my team that I'm a part of, my upline team. I am connecting with them. I'm making sure I'm up to date on all of the newest training, and making sure that I am growing my network, and making sure that I am finding new recipes for my challengers. It's fun stuff. Part of my job is also doing my own meal plan, which I was already doing anyways. Part of my job is exercising, which I was already doing anyways. So in addition to exercising, it's probably about 1 hour a day, but it can be broken up into so many manageable chunks. And again, you are your own boss, so nobody's going to tell you you have to do it. So there are days like Sundays, I pretty much check out, because it's the 1 day a week my husband's home. It's the 1 day a week we're doing family things together. I'm sorry, but that's my day to be with my family. And that's the beauty of it. You can do it whenever you can, whenever you want to. You can go all in and do it full time. There are so many full-time coaches out there, because it has afforded them the opportunity to have this be their primary source of income. And that is my goal. That is where I am headed. So who am I looking for? I am looking for people who are driven. This is not something where I'm going to sit and hold your hand and call you every day and say, did you add a couple of people to your network today? Did you check into your challenge group today? Did you ask somebody if they wanted to join your challenge group today? Did you do your exercise today? That's not me. That's not who I'm looking for. I am looking for people who are ready, who are so interested in changing their lives, in finding their fitness, and in finding their passion that they want to jump all in. And I will obviously be here to support you, whether you want to walk in that journey and take one step at a time and do it slowly over time, or whether you want to sprint in that journey and you want to have a bigger team than I do in the next 3 months. The choice is up to you. And that's who I am looking for, are go-getters who are ready to change their lives. And so the last thing really that I want to talk about is kind of the fears. Like, people are so worried about this. And I think the only reason is it's kind of like when you're growing up and you hear somebody say they're an engineer. As a kid, you have no idea what an engineer means. I still don't even know, and some of my friends are engineers. It's such an abstract term. Kids know what a teacher does because they see teachers every day. Kids know what a doctor does because they go to a doctor. You know what a surgeon does because you've seen TV shows. You know what a policeman does. You know what a firefighter does. You know what a secretary does. Those are all very defined roles. But you say something like engineer, and nobody really knows what an engineer does. Okay, same thing with coaching. Nobody really knows what it is. And so there's a lot of fears about it because it's unknown. So I want to address some of those that were my fears at the beginning that now I look back and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see why I thought that, but that's so wrong. So the first thing I was the most worried about was that I'm not interesting. There's no way people are going to follow me. I cannot possibly post every day about something going on in my life. I do the same 6 things every day. I eat the same 10 meals every month. What am I going to post about? Well, guess what? You guys have followed me. I've managed every day to find the interesting parts of the normal life. It only feels normal because it's my life. But to other people, they've never tried that recipe, even though I've been eating it 100 million times. So I'm going to post it. You know what? I heard a lyric in a song today. I'm going to post it. There's always something you can post about. And if you really can't think of anything, part of our training is to tell you ideas. I have a list right in front of me behind my computer screen right now of 7 different ideas of things I can post on Mondays. And so if I'm really stuck, I have ideas because it's a team, because I have a team supporting me. The second thing that I was worried about was the cost. All right, how much does it cost to get started? How much money am I actually going to make? Is it going to take me forever to actually make an income? Is this worth my time? So, cost to get started. When you get started, if you have no Beachbody at all, if you've never used the programs before, the best way to get started is buying a challenge pack. It's what you have your customers buy. It's $160. That's it. It's for the entire year access to Beachbody On Demand, which costs $100 by itself. It's for a month of Shakeology, which costs $130 by itself. It's for the nutrition program and the nutrition containers, which costs over $50 by itself. And so now you get all of those things for $160. So I said to my husband, I know that's kind of expensive. We were really trying to pay off our debt here. And I said, listen, I will not go to Dunkin' Donuts. I will not go to Starbucks until I make $160 of extra cash on the side. And I promise I won't stop there. And I didn't. It took me a couple weeks and I grabbed that cash and I said, here's my $160. I'm doing it. So I signed up and I got all 3 of those things. And the way I justified it to myself was this is an investment in myself and in my business. My health means more to me than that $160 spent on probably random stuff at Target I wouldn't need anyways. So I said, this is an investment that I need. It's an investment that's important to me. Not to mention, a friend of mine is about to invest in a new business, is going to spend over $50,000 to start her new business. And that's cheap too. You're going to spend $160 to start a business. That is nothing. That is pennies. I know for a lot of people to scrape together an extra $160 is a lot, but listen, it will be worth every penny. And here's why, because you can make that money back in your first month of coaching. You don't have to wait years down the road to make money. You can make it right away. There's 2 ways to make money that can pay back your investment right away. And then you will never, ever, ever have to pay for your own Shakeology again. Because if you help 3 people a month, your commissions off of those 3 people will pay for your own products that you're using. And then if you help more than that, that's where you make the money. You make commissions off of however many people you help. The other way you make money is by building your team. It's kind of like in the business world. When you start off, you're kind of at the ground level, you're making like the minimum wage or a basic salary. As soon as you are doing well and you get promoted and you have a team of people under you, you make more money and you probably make bonuses for when your team does well. Same thing for Beachbody. You start off selling the products and hosting your challenge groups. And then as soon as you're doing well, you have a team of coaches under you and you make bonuses off of how your team is doing and how they are doing with their sales. And so that's where the real money comes in, because you can make bonuses weekly, not just quarterly or yearly. You can make them weekly if your team is killing it. So that kind of totally took away my worry about the cost, because I knew it was a direct reflection of how hard I would work, that I would make that money back right away. And it was a short-term investment for a huge, huge, huge gain. Not to mention, my husband said to me, listen, we'll try this for like 5-6 months. Worst thing that happens is you spend a couple $100, you get in the best shape of your life and you're super happy. So is it really wasting your money? No. And the last thing that I was really, really, really worried about, and this is kind of like the biggest fear I hear a lot of people talk about too, is what other people will think of you. So I want to address it because I felt that, but I also want to give some tough love about that because I overcame it. So I was there. I am an introvert. I don't even share with people anything personal about myself. I never posted on social media, especially not selfies. It was always pictures of my daughter or my family. I remember I posted one selfie when I was pregnant and I felt so sick to my stomach after that. And I was like, why did I do that? That was so embarrassing. I can't believe I posted a selfie. But it was like pregnancy hormones. I was like, oh, I feel great. And I posted it. And then I was so awkward about it after. And I remember thinking, I can't do what these women are doing. I can't post all these pictures of myself every day. And then my coach gave me some tough love, and I'm going to give it to you. Get over your damn self. Seriously, what matters more to you? Building your own business, finding your freedom, finding your passion, finding your joy. For me, finding a way to bring money home to my family to pay off our bills so that maybe someday, eventually, I can be a stay-at-home mom and not have all these bills hanging over our heads. Or caring what other people think about you. What matters more to you? And I finally realized, you know what? Those people are not paying my bills. If they don't like seeing these selfies of me, unfriend me, unfollow me. I don't care. I don't need you in my life anyway. And I have to be totally honest. I was shocked in the first 2 weeks of starting to post how many people in my life actually messaged me and said, you are so inspiring. Thank you for doing this. I started working out this week because of you. I can't believe what you're doing. It's so brave. You are inspiring me. And it's like all of those comments made it all worth it. So I want you to know that, yes, it's embarrassing. And when I posted my coming out to coaching post, like, I am a coach, here I am, everybody watch me, I threw my phone across the room and I went and buried my head in my husband's chest and said, what have I gotten myself into? I couldn't believe I did that. But let me tell you, the first week or two, yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's only uncomfortable because you're not used to doing it. It's not uncomfortable because you're doing something wrong. You're sharing your life. You're sharing your journey. People, like, the reality TV industry is one of the biggest industries in TV right now because people are nosy. People love seeing what other people do on a day-to-day basis, whether it's picking their nose, eating lunch, working out, playing with their babies, walking their dogs. People don't care. They're just nosy. They want to see what's going on in other people's lives. And that's why social media is so popular too. And that's why this job is such an amazing opportunity, because you are sharing your life and the nosy people out there want to know about it and they want to learn about you and they want to see everything you're doing. And eventually they become inspired by you and want to do what you're doing too. And that's how you get your customers. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope I answered some of the questions. I hope I addressed things that you were wondering about coaching. If not, please send me a direct message on Instagram or send me an email, and I would gladly answer any of the questions that you have. If this sounds like something that you want to jump in on, it's a $160 investment. Give it a try. Give me 4 months, give me 6 months, give me a year, and see where you can get with this. And you never know. You could find your joy. You could find your passion just like I did. So message me if you want to jump in, or message me if you have any more questions. Either way, thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great day.